Just the 1 wicket remaining. Here's a look at the last wicket.
Well, you remember the catch for a long time. You will. Look at that. I was into the sun.
He's had a good day, Lesman. He's had a very good day behind the stumps. Mind you, the other wicketkeeper Trocar, after the initial catch that he put down, got better and better as each over went by with the gloves as well. Almost a miracle needed. 48 from 13 balls. All over. All over. There he is, Weston, the talisman, the leader, the energy, or should we say the energizer, has seen the USVI trumps St. Maarten in the opening match of the Stanford 2020. And the flag comes out. Here's how it ended.
Straight and true. Bang. All the stubs are gone. An elation for every single player. You've got to feel for the losing side, but give credit where it's due. They played better cricket throughout the overs. Both sides, they batted and bowled, and they've come out victors. What a happy side.
And jogging off the field, and it's good to see them going straight to the opposition and acknowledging the encounter, disappointment and elation in one shot. Disappointment for St. Maarten, who I thought did reasonably well with the ball to restrict USVI to 145. But it proved too much in the end. The big wicket really that of John Eugene, who succumbed to Weston after a couple of lovely drives down the ground. And the relief as they find now that they advance to the next round.
It's a big win, isn't it? 47 runs in a 2020 game. It's convincing. A lot of space left for error. They'll take a lot away with him. He's better equipped in the next match for sure. Well, just to walk around, flag in hand, waving to the supporters, saying thank you, all the support, why not? Front of their supporters, real animated. That's the batting card. 6 extras just, that's all. Really no one dominating up front, and that was their problem. They got really well behind, and then Evans, 39, 32 deliveries, it fell away badly. Look how they've enjoyed it. They have enjoyed it immensely. Why not? And someone else is down on the ground that's enjoyed it tremendously. All in the action is Mike Haseman.
Thank you, Patrick. I'm with John Florence from the US Virgin Islands. John, your boys, you're missing the celebration. They're doing a lap of honour. They are ecstatic. Well played.
Well, we have been training very, very, very hard. And we tell our coach, our manager and everybody else, we're going to come here and take it home. And we're going to chuck the ball, and we came, and that's what we do. Everybody in the team is, is excited right now, and I myself am missing the lap that they're doing. But that's all right. I told certain guys in St. Maarten that we was going to take them down, and they tell me no, but I guess right now it happened. So.
And a couple of wickets for yourself at an important time in the middle.
Yeah, well, for the past couple of practice matches we have been playing against St. Croix and ourselves, I've been bowling good so far. We played like 14 games, and I had like 25 or some wickets like that. And my team was looking at me to do it for them because they know the potential to do what I come here to do, and that's just it.
I mean, watching your coaching staff, they are full of so much passion. They couldn't keep still the entire day.
Yeah, especially Coach Gums. He's been hard on us, but yeah, I guess it pay off right now, and we do what we're supposed to do down here.
And I was also just keeping an eye on Courtney Walsh. Now, he was looking very cool, calm and collected and just expecting the victory.
Yeah, he told us come here to do it for him, and that's what we do.
Oh, terrific. So, I mean, this means so much to you guys. You're through now to the second round. Yeah. Disappointing for the opposition, obviously.
Sorry, sir.
Disappointing for the opposition, the boys who have now got to pack their bags.
Yeah, well, that's how it is. One got to go down.
Have you looked forward? Have you looked at your next game, what it might be? Have you looked at those predictions?
Well, the next game might be better than this one. That's all I could say for now.
Okay.
We're going to train and come back and do what we got to do again over and over until we get to the championship.
And I guess that's an important point, actually. Once you've got one of these games, once you've played one of these games, you know exactly what to expect.
Yeah, well, the next game going to be, as I tell you, it's going to be much, much, much better because we're going to keep doing what we're doing and come and take it home, all the way home.
John, well played, and join the celebrations.
Yeah, thank you very much, man.
That's the batting card. And we saw it early on, 39 from Evans. That was all. It fell away so badly. But you've got to give credit to the bowling side. They kept the pressure on. They fielded well. They backed it up. And they never let an opportunity go by. And there was a lot of passion. We saw it there in the interview with Mike Aisman, and certainly the side running around the ground. There was a lot of passion, a lot of energy. Those are the bowling figures. Western up front was fantastic. 4 overs, 23 runs, 2 wickets. And shared around, but eventually they tightened it up. Just 6 extras in there. And that was what was good about it. Wickets fell all the while. So that's the mini guard there for you. The USVI 20 overs, 145 for 7 they were, and then St Maarten's only managing to get through 18 overs, 98 all out, and USVI win by 47 runs. It's a big margin. Well, Mr. Stanford, he has done exceptionally well. Mr. Stanford, why not? Enjoy it as the players gather around him and enjoy the wonderful, wonderful occasion at the ground. And he's done it all for them. And the legend who's won the match, Courtney Walsh, on the cell phone telling someone, we've won, mate. And, well, we'll be back in a little while.
Good time, everyone in the world of cricket and your mind. It's 2020. Stop acting blind. Are you ready? For cricket and night time. It's time to party. And have a good time, everyone in the world of cricket and your mind. It's 2020.
Welcome back to the Stanford Cricket Ground here in Antigua for the culmination of the first match, with USVI winning by 47 runs in the opening encounter. Pat Simcox is alongside me at the moment. Pat, just a little bit of thought on the first match. Did we see St Maarten pacing the innings badly?
I think we did, you know. I think they didn't work it out 100%, and they got themselves in trouble and left themselves too much to do. And eventually, you know, nobody batted through in the beginning, and in the middle, you're under pressure all the time. And I think that's what happened. You got to feel sorry for them. They just didn't work out, did it?
Yeah, just the one player really getting a score 39 to Evans, and only 3 players in total really getting into double figures. It's hard when you don't get a start chasing a total.
I think we saw there the result of somebody not batting through that got in early, and they talked about it up front. One of the legends was talking about, I think it was Desi, I think, could have said, you've got to get in, get a proper batsman batting for a long time, you'll get a big score. And I think that's exactly what happened. They didn't have someone up front going through.
Well, thoughts from Pat Simcox. We will leave it there for the moment as we go downstairs now to Tony Cozier for the post-match presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the first match, historic first match in the Stanford 2020 tournament. The first match won by the US Virgin Islands. Well done to them. We have 2 members of the presentation party this evening: the financier and the creator of the Stanford 2020, Mr. Alan Stanford, and the man who is going to adjudicate the man of the match, the former West Indies captain, Clive Lloyd, who is one of the legends of the 2020 Stanford tournament. I have with me Mike Haseman, who of course is a well-known commentator and has commentated on 2020 cricket in South Africa, where it's become so popular in recent times. And Mike, your impression today of Stanford's 2020 here in the West Indies?
Well, let me say for starters, the facility is just magnificent. It's absolutely unbelievable, and you can see by the colourful atmosphere we've had here and all the people that have arrived, they certainly enjoyed it as well. I've witnessed at close hand some Pro 20 games, 2020 games in South Africa over the last 3 years. And the games we had situations where you would get some 35,000 people at the Wanderers. You know the Wanderers very well. People love it, but what I'm excited about is the players and the way they play with so much passion. To me, that is the name of it. It's exciting. You cannot go to sleep for 1 second because something can turn a match in a split second, but the passion the players are showing all the time is just remarkable.
Yeah, I found that myself. And I mean, if the West Indies cricket team would play with the same passion that we saw, especially from the US Virgin Islands, they'd be still world champions. Well done, US Virgin Islands.
Congratulations, guys.
And also, commiserations, but well played too, to the team from St. Maarten who have participated in this first tournament. You helped make it. And there'll be another occasion, I'm sure, where you can come back and get your revenge. If I can now ask Clive Lloyd to come forward and tell us who his man of the match is and why.
Yeah, cheers.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the former West Indies captain, Clive Lloyd.
Thank you, Tony. It is wonderful to be here today, and this first game was quite exciting. I was very enthused about the way the players were throwing themselves around. It was really wonderful to see. The enthusiasm here was really tremendous. In this first Stanford 2020 tournament, and we'd like to thank Mr. Stanford for this wonderful pleasure here, for being at this tournament, and let's hope it continues in the same vibrant fashion. I don't think we had much problems in choosing the man of the match. The most outstanding person today was the captain for the US Virgin Islands cricket team, and I must say first, commiserations to the St. Maarten team, and congratulations to the US Virgin Islands team. But the man who really brought home the bacon for the USVI is the captain, Mr. Sherwin Huggins.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Man of the Match award chosen by a team of legends, Clive Lloyd, Lance Gibbs and Desmond Haynes. And the Man of the Match receiving $25,000 is the captain of the US Virgin Islands team, Sherwin Huggins. Well done, Sherwin.
Thanks a lot.
Fantastic performance by your team. You really came out there pumped up.
Of course, we had no choice to do that.
And how have you prepared for this tournament? Who's been your legend and what kind of work has he done with you?
Well, we had Rick Walsh as our legend, and he been there supporting us throughout the 3 months that we had been practicing. And he really helped us out very well in terms of what strategy we should use in the tournament. And he's been successful as we showed this afternoon.
Well, we heard your players say that 175 is what you're looking for. You got short of that, and yet you still won the match. You're disappointed not to get 175, and will you get it next time?
Well, I think we could have done it from the start. How the batsman, we had 2 run-outs, which cost us a bit, and I think if we never had the run-out, we'll have gotten what we wanted. But still, I know my bowlers and the ones that we have was good enough to defend, which they did. And I thank them very much for what they did this afternoon. Appreciate it.
And your fielders as well?
Oh, and my fielders, they did superbly well.
Well, you've got St. Vincent and the Grenadines next. You can handle them as well?
Well, I have no problem with them. Anytime come, we deal with them.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man of the match, the captain of the US Virgin Islands, the winners today, Sherwin Huggins. And Sherwin will now hang on because we have a play of the match as well. And the play of the match came from the wicketkeeper, from the stumping, a superb stumping from the wicketkeeper, Alderman Lesman, keeper. Commentators decided the play of the match. And that is an award for $10,000 for the play of the match. Of course, there were several plays of the match which we had to consider. There were a couple of big sixes. There was the run-out of John Eugene, who flicked the ball back onto the stumps with his boot and ran out the last man. But the stumping by Lesman was the outstanding play of the match today, and $10,000 for him. And now, if I can ask Mr. Alan Stanford to present the winning check to the winning team. The St. Maarten team, they have won today. Mr. Stanford, would you like to say something about this first match in your tournament?
Thank you, Tony. Thank all of you for coming out today. We have another match after this, of course. The Bahamas are playing the Cayman Islands. But as I told you guys from St. Maarten, let's make this an annual event. Don't get your heads down. Come back next year, and let's see you be victorious. To the U.S. Virgin Islands, a lot of people didn't think you could come here and play cricket. You proved to everybody that you may be the Cinderella team. Keep at it. And Tony, thanks a lot. And this is a heck of a start. Thank all of you for coming out this afternoon.
And of course, it is not the end of the evening. There is another match coming up. Congratulations to the U.S. Virgin Islands and to one of the legends who's looked after them, Courtney Walsh. So that's the end of our first presentation. We'll have the second match starting at 7 o'clock this evening. It's the Bahamas against the Cayman Islands. More action to come.
Don't go away, because there is that all-important encounter to come from the Bahamas versus the Cayman Islands. And Richie Richardson, I'm sure, will be having his pre-match chats with the team. Pat Simcox is still alongside me at the moment. Let's talk a little bit about the pitch. How was the pitch played to you?
Well, you know, they talked a little bit about the bounce and being maybe a little bit invariable, and Andy Roberts, who was looking after the pitch, said it wasn't as quick like he thought it would be. He'd like it to have been. We didn't see a very quick pitch today, and we didn't see a lot of bounce. But I was happy with it. I thought the players could get forward and play comfortably through the line. We saw a lot of drives, so that will tell you you can get on hits through the line of the ball. We saw a lot of late cuts, so there was enough pace on the ball. So a little bit of spin. So for me, there was enough all round in the track to make it a good track for good one-day type cricket, and all good to the groundsman.
I suppose a little bit to look forward to, a few changes later on in the second match. It's going to be played under lights. A lot of these teams would not have been playing under lights before. I think we moved from the orange ball to the white ball under lights.
Yeah, we do. Well, that could make a difference, couldn't it? You know, especially high balls. If you're not used to it at night, it could be quite tough. But I guess some of the sides would practice a little bit before they come out if they're going under the lights, and it takes you a couple of minutes to get used to it. But I think batting is always a problem in the twilight time, and that could be a problem when you win the toss. What do you do? How do you handle? Do you bat first? You bowl first? They're not going to be sure. It's going to be interesting to see what that strategy works out.
Quick note, Pat, looking forward to the next match?
I am indeed. I think both sides will have looked carefully at the match and have learnt a lot. And I think we're going to see one heck of a match next.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to that. Thank you very much to Pat Simcox for his thoughts. The upcoming match starting in just over half an hour from now, just about 45 minutes, the Bahamas versus the Cayman Islands. So that is something to look forward to, and we'll be back here at the Stanford Cricket Stadium in just about half an hour's time from now.
2020 and a nighttime cricket, everybody just come join me and follow Beanie Man and sing this song. We said cricket chant, so them a try comprehend. You mix it with the politics and move your body when you wine and a bend in the bar you attend. 2020 message we come you have to send it. 2020 you have to keep hearty. 2020 make sure you're healthy. 2020 make sure you can see me. Y'all a wind up and get great because 2020 hold on the rhythm. Are you ready? I say cricket one time. It's time to party. Suit up for four, make you run up the scores all night. 2020 this a new spin. Are you ready? So let the battle begin. It's time to party. It's a cricket evolution, make us start the revolution tonight. 2020 stop acting blind. Are you ready? For cricket and night time. It's time to party and have a good time. Everyone in the